So I'm going to show you how to set up reflux apparatus. So if you take a distillation kit, it's the same part, or same kit, it's just set up slightly differently. You need a retort stand and a clamp, and just put your distillation or reflux column into here, nice and tight. You then have a flask where you would have all your reactants and some sort of anti-bumping granules, and just use a little clip to clip it on. If you don't have clips, it's worth putting a second retort stand just to hold it in place. All your reactants would go in here, and the purpose of the reflux apparatus is to allow you to heat a reaction, but it ensures that none of your product or none of the reactants are lost, because as it starts to evaporate off, it's cooled in the column and will settle back into the flask. So similar to before, you always have the coldest water, so the water from the tap goes to the part of the column that's furthest from your flask. So just clip it on here. Make sure it's nice and tight, or when you turn on the tap it can fall off. And then I'm going to put this behind because I'm going to add a Bunsen burner, and I want to make sure that it doesn't burn the tube. So again, put it on nice and tight, and one end goes into the sink. You might have to move it slightly closer. And so at this point, if I had my reactants in, I'd be ready to start, and you just use a Bunsen burner to heat it, and make sure that it doesn't touch the tubes. You may have to move it a bit just to make sure that it's safely, and then you can just turn on the water to test, and so that's working fine. That would be ready for a reflux